Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Padam Shankaram Loka Shankaram. Mandukya Karika, Shloka number 18, chapter 2. Chapter 2 is Vaitatya Atma Prakaranam. That is Vaitatya Prakaranam. It is a mithya nature or unreal nature of the world. So, we get up and see the world in the wake-up condition. And we start believing that it's real. Okay? And we go to the dream world, and when you are experiencing the dream world, dream appears to be real. So whatever is happening in the waking state or dream state starts affecting us. In the waking state, I have a body which is limited. I identify the body, then I start thinking that I am the body, and when I am the body, I am very limited, and the world is vast. There is so much of competition for struggle, so which puts me under a feeling of, oh, I am very small, I have to compete in this world. So the feeling of limitation dominates, and always our mind is focusing on the survival. And then we go to a dream world. In the dream world, we start dreaming. In the waking world is a projection of Maya. It's a Maya Shakti of the Atma. And dream world is another projection takes place. It's called Nidra Shakti. And in the dream world, a dream world is projected. Again, I get limited by body. So with the body, I identify the body and I feel limited. And then I identify the mind and I feel I am the experiencer. Mind is the experience. Okay? The body brings the concept of space limitation in terms of space. The mind brings in the concept of limitation from time. If there is no mind, there is no time. In deep sleep, there is no time. Okay? The time is nothing but thoughts. In deep sleep, there is no time because the thoughts are not there. A thoughtless state, there is no time. That's why Sri Ramana Maharshi says, he doesn't know the passage of time at all. It's a no-mind state. The mind has become completely still. In that, there is no concept of time passage. Okay? So, limitation of time and limitation of space comes into picture in the waking state and dream state. And then there is a causality, cause effect. I did something, some results comes. This is the cause, this is the effect. And then I feel I am bound by karma, karmic impressions. Okay? So this is what you call as called samsara. What we don't see in the waking state, I see the world. Okay? I see the 5 elements, Panchabhutas. This is perception of five elements. The perception, I take it to be real. The perception is not real. Reality cannot be perceived. My eyes give me the sense of form. What I don't understand is, depending on the nature of eyes, the form can vary. If I have color blindness, I cannot see the color. If I have extra ability, I may see different colors. So my sense organs are limiting or superimposing on the reality. My ear also is very limited in nature. The limitation which is caused by the ear is world is experienced as sound. And each of these sense organs are fighting with each other. What eye sees, ear cannot understand. What ear sees, eyes cannot understand. So there is a tussle. So these are the limitations. And with this limitation, we see the world, and mind gives another name, a name for that. A name is based on past experience. Name is always based on the memory. So in other words, we are not experiencing the world, what is reality there. Then what is reality there out there? I cannot see. It's Atma. Atma is not an object. Atma is a subject. The subject itself is appearing as an object. Appearance is there. Is appearance real? Appearance cannot be real. But reality is there. The reality sense organs cannot see. The Atma cannot be seen by eyes or ears. Sense organs, I cannot sense it. So in effect what will happen? I am seeing a mithya world, unreal world, and start taking it to be real. Okay, that's about the world. Even the body and mind is superimposed on the Atma. The superimposed on the world is sense organs, the 5 elements. Okay, and body, there is a superimposition of body on this self. Body is born, grows up, and dies. Okay, body has its own cycle, but Atma doesn't undergo any changes. Still, we superimpose on that Atma. The body is superimposed on the mind, is superimposed on Atma. So, in effect, there is a superimposition, just like a snake is superimposed on the rope. Okay, fine. Some people understand. Okay, somewhere I have to get to reality. Right? Some people understand. Somewhere I have to get to reality. Okay, now. For reality, they start doing so many actions, karma. So this karma is like, you see a snake on the rope and you take a stick to chase the snake. You start chasing the snake on the rope, which doesn't work. So the karma cannot solve action cannot solve the problem, only jnana can solve the problem. This is the point. You are seeing a snake and then you are bringing a stick and trying to beat the snake, chase that snake, nothing will work because there is rope only, there is no snake, there is no world, there is only Atma, the self only is there. Okay, so this delusion of seeing the world in the self is the cause for the trouble. And trying to solve the problem of the world through action also is a problem. We are seeing the snake and trying to bring a rope, bring another stick to beat the snake, okay? Trying to call in some 4 people to chase away the snake. Nothing works. There's never a snake. The snake is in your mind. The world is never there. World is only in your mind. What is world? Is a thought. And where is the thought? Thought is in your mind. If there's no thought, there's no world. And thought depends on the world or your mind. What is the thought? Thought is nothing but a name and a form. It's a thought. Okay? Name depends on the mind, which is memory. Form depends on the sense organs. So, the world depends on you, perceiver. Whatever you consider as good world, evil world, oh, people say, what is there? Why there is evil, this thing, good and bad in the world? What are you perceiving? The perceiver is judging something as good or bad. Everything depends on the perceiver, and perceiver depends on the consciousness. So what is there out there is consciousness only, nothing. What is there is consciousness, Atma. This you can't understand. This problem you cannot solve by karma, action. Okay, but many people try to do that. Different type of karma. Okay, different type of actions. Solve the problem, which never solves the problem. The problem persists. Because of their faith and belief, they may get as relief, apparent relief, and they start doing something else, but that ultimately the problem doesn't get solved. Action cannot solve the karma. Is it clear?
So you are asking to avoid action.
No, I am not saying action. Avoid action. Action is required for transaction in the world. But action cannot solve the problem of jnana, the wisdom. The self-knowledge alone can solve the problem of self-realization. Okay? This is for people who are telling, okay, you do this practice for 1,000,000 times, this is what will happen. Okay? So, there's a lot of stress on practice, and the knowledge, wisdom is based on this. Wisdom can only give relief. Wisdom is what? I am the Atma, and what I am seeing in the world. Is there something in the world, you tell me? Okay, let us say I see a flower there. The flower, okay, First level, let's see. Flower, can it be separated from my eyes? I can never separate the flower from my eyes. My eyes, flower is dependent on my eyes. The quality of my eyes change, flower changes. Okay. Can my eyes be separated from the mind, which is thoughts? I cannot. So can thoughts be separated from consciousness? So then what I am seeing is whatever is there seen outside is, I cannot separate that from me, the self. This is consciousness. Right? Consciousness you cannot separate out from any activity. Consciousness is knowing. Knowing, perceiving, feeling and consciousness. You cannot separate out and say this is where the consciousness is there, this is where the object is there. So, first level, understand that there is no separation between any object and me. There is no separation in the body, the perceiver and the world. They are one reality. So, is this reality stable? That's also not stable. It appears and disappears. When you get up in the morning, it appears, and when you go to sleep, it disappears. Okay. So it's not stable. It appears and disappears. Then, because it appears and disappears, it's not real. What is always there is consciousness, which is I. So it is mithya. Mithya objects are seen. Now mithya object can never be separated from consciousness. Okay. Anything beyond consciousness is there? Nothing. So it's also made up of consciousness. Okay. But it's mithya. It's an appearance of consciousness and disappearance in consciousness. That's all we can say. So the moment you say there's an object outside consciousness, then you are bringing in duality. That's not possible. There's no object which is outside consciousness possible. The object is also made up of consciousness. Object appears and disappears in consciousness. That's why it is unreal. Right? Similarly, my body also appears when I wake up and disappears when I go to dream state, and go in deep sleep state, everything disappears. So, can I say body is there independent of consciousness? Body is depending on consciousness. Can I say consciousness is body? No. Consciousness is not body. But body is appearing in consciousness. Right? All this I am saying is equivalent of saying the wave is water. But water is not wave. Okay? The water can take any form, but nothing happens to water. Like that, consciousness can take any form, but nothing happens to consciousness. The forms are appearing and dissolving, appearing and dissolving. They are mithya. They are not real in that sense. Is that clear? When I say mithya means appears and disappears. And there is no object which is there outside of consciousness. There cannot be object. Every object is in consciousness. Because it's in consciousness, it is made up of consciousness. Because you cannot separate out where the consciousness stops and where the object happens. Because its consciousness is not changing, but object is changing. Consciousness is real, object is unreal. So Atma and Anatma we have to have Viveka. Atma means self, okay? Anatma means object. So now Anatma means, if I take Anatma as Jada, then there's a problem. Because the object is not Jada. Object is also made up of consciousness. Inert. Right? It doesn't show the properties of consciousness, just I show. Then what is it showing? It is showing the property of existence. Okay? So the chair exists, the flower exists, the tree exists. So existence appears as flower. Existence appears as tree. So the isness is what is there. I cannot say what is isness because my sense organs cannot show me. Right? So same way, if I go back to myself, I am, I say. I refer to consciousness. I am means existence. I am existence and consciousness. So what is the difference between me and chair? Existence is common. Okay. The consciousness or self-awareness is something which I have. With the chair, I don't know whether it has or not. I can't understand. So from the existence point of view, I am saying. Now can you separate out existence and consciousness? You cannot separate out. Okay, so then I conclude that only existence consciousness is there everywhere. What I see is not real, but what is there is reality. Reality is I cannot see, but I am that reality, you can say. Okay, that when I say I am that reality, that comes, the understanding is Aham Brahmasmi, I am Brahman comes into picture. Is that clear? This is the reality. So, otherwise, people take the world as real and they are trying to solve the problem. They have problems, and many people try to solve the problem of the world also. Okay, this is all trying to take care of a snake in the rope. You feed some milk, you give some milk, you bring a stick to chase the snake, which doesn't work. Is it clear?